Good morning, everyone. On this
Good morning.
wonderful occasion of Teachers' Day, we have a pantheon of stars among us. Right now, I know what it means to be in a star-studded galaxy. If there was ever a star-studded galaxy, I'm in one right now. We have some of the top educators in the country for the occasion of Singhania Education Excellence Awards 2021. We are really thankful to all of you that you took time at such a short notice and you got to grace the occasion. We are really, really thankful and we are feeling very honored and very privileged to host all of you. My dear friends who are watching this show, believe me, these are some of the top educationists who have dedicated their lives to the cause of education. Right from early childhood to CBSE, to state board, to ICSE, to international schools, we have them all. Some of them have given their lives and some of them have basically given everything for the cause of education. And believe me, we have seen those changes. We have seen those differences on the ground as we travel across the country. They are an institution by themselves, every single person who's here today. And it is our honor today to give an award for these excellence that you have showcased in the field of education and the dynamic leadership. Right? So it can't be a better occasion than Teachers' Day to meet all of you, greet all of you, and of course, honor all of you. So with this, I would love to welcome my co-host for today, Ms. Glevina Matthias. Over to you, Glevina.
Thank you so much, Brijesh sir. Good morning to all the principals.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I could hear only three of you, all of us together. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
That's like it.
Glevina, we can be kids at times.
Yes, absolutely. So, we all live with this spirit, this childlike spirit, and that's what keeps us going. Each one of you is an inspiration and torch bearers in this field of education, making a difference in the lives of thousands of young learners with your exemplary contribution. Like Brijesh sir said, we celebrate 5th September as Teachers' Day. It is a day to celebrate the real heroes in our lives. Teaching, as we all know, is a calling. It is a passion that one devotes its life to empower and shape young minds with utmost dedication. And on this occasion, I'd like to say a few lines of a poem. Teachers paint the minds and guide the thoughts, inspire love for knowledge, and light the path which lead our youth. Each lesson you teach, each smile you lengthen, each goal you help reach ensures a child's bright future brightens. For the dawn of each poet, each philosopher and king begins with a teacher and the wisdom that they bring. Well, with that being said, let's take a moment to give it up for ourselves and our colleagues, because it takes a whole army to build an institution of knowledge. Come on, everybody, let's hear it up for ourselves. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Come on, to all the teachers and principals and to all of us giving our best in this field of education and wanting to bring more and more to the young learners and our future generation. Well, my dear educationists, we at Singhania Education want to felicitate and recognize this efforts and contribution of all of you in making learning accessible and innovative for all. So we will be now commencing with the Singhania Education Excellence Awards. Like Brijesh sir mentioned, we will be presenting the awards in alphabetical orders. Like they say, we share, we grow. We would like to see all of you share your journey, your experience, your achievements, so all of us can take away something from your experience and, implement that in our daily life and bring about more and more change. To all the educationists and principal, wishing you the best. You have already been such a pillar of strength and torchbearers in this education, and no amount of words, no amount of gratitude can make up for all that you do. But still, we must acknowledge all that is being done, and we hope for a better future. With that being said, we would like to present the first award to an individual who is one of the finest educator, an enigmatic orator, and a leader with a vision. He is the principal of Podar ORT International School and the president at South Asia IB Schools Association. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please welcome Mr. Kaizar Dopaishi with a round of applause. Come on, let's hear it up for him.
Thank you.
I love Meera ma'am's enthusiasm. Yeah, there we have Rajiv sir joining us. Wonderful. Kaizar sir, over to you.
Right. Firstly, thank you, Singhania Education, as well as those personal connect with Brijesh and Sandeep for organizing this little function. And I believe this is just aspect which brings out the fact that principals without teachers and leaders are actually army officer without the army, right? So I think this goes in gratitude to all the teachers who have been with us in this journey. And this perhaps started my journey when I was 22 years old, and I think it's going on and on and on. And if I have to pick on something, I would pick on that in these times, unprecedented times, what we did do is explore the virtual side of the child. Because the child had the real and the virtual side. So it just gave us that impetus to focus on that virtual side. And as being an IB school, we were almost there anyway with the virtual aspect, but taking the entire teaching and learning onto the platform brought in some new learning. What was the focus and what I'm looking at the vision, perhaps in future, is about building on the socio-emotional learning, which I believe is a self-management skill, the resilience part of it, the focus part of it. And I'm pretty much geared on that part. And the idea of personalized learning, I think it's so important. It could not be highlighted so much more like this. So there is blended learning which is coming, and I'm looking forward to all this because I think learning can never stop. And learning is something which will go on. And that's what we would like our teachers and students to take. Thank you very much.
Well, very well said, Mr. Kezer. I absolutely agree with you. Learning never stops. And at one point which you said, which is absolutely the need of ours, building socio and emotional relationships, more often than not in school, if we encourage students to express their emotions, to understand their emotions better, I think a lot of things would be taken care of. Automatically, a child's attention would go towards knowledge, towards learning more and more things if they are in control of their emotions. Very well said, Mr. Kezer. Congratulations on winning this award. May you continue to spread your work of bringing about excellence in education. Well, now we move ahead with the next award, which is presented to a zealous educationist with exceptional leadership qualities, constantly striving to innovate and make a difference in the life of students. He is the principal of Haddad High School and the treasurer secretary of ASISC. Can we please make some noise and with a round of applause welcome Mr. KV Vincent. Congratulations, Mr. KV Vincent.
So good morning everyone, and thanks a lot for this opportunity to be in the company of such great educationists. Well, it is certainly a great occasion as we are definitely going through some exciting times. I say this is exciting because everyone talks about challenges. When there are challenges, there are opportunities. And when we have opportunities, we can do a lot. So that is what has been done in the past. In fact, the honor that I received today, I must share with all those great teachers, thousands of them, who under various constraints went out of their regular routine life beyond the call of duty and made such a committed effort that we have been able to take many steps forward instead of getting stuck and feeling dejected. So as a result, children today are comfortable and schools have been able to take many strides forward. And in fact, we have seen wonderful occasions for cooperation and collaboration, which is actually the key words today, because unlike in the 20th century when we talk about competition all the time, today we talk more about cooperation, collaboration. And as a result, we saw a gradual transformation has been happening. In fact, it's a digital transformation, no doubt, but it has happened to a great extent. It is happening, and we are all part of that. And the very fact that we are able to come on a platform this way and able to interact, unlike in any other teachers, we would never be able to meet this way. All of us are coming on a platform. And well, as I said, it's a very, very exciting situation because we are part of this transformation that is happening. I must compliment Singhania Education because I know they have done a lot of hand-holding during this period when everyone was looking for, say, a platform, support, and so on. And they have been very much there in the picture. And even this particular function, I'm sure, more than just giving honor to a few individuals, it is actually acknowledging the fact that there is much that is happening in the field of education. And your contribution to the cause of education certainly is to be appreciated. And I would like to congratulate all those who have been honored today. And as I said, we should share this with our colleagues, the teachers who are the people who really work on the field, face the situation, take on the challenge. And though the future many say is uncertain, but that is actually what is the challenge, and that is what is exciting. So let us hold together and let us be on a platform where we can interact with each other and then collaborate with each other so we can contribute to the cause of education. Thanks once again for this honor, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mr. K.V. Vincent, for your kind words and for also encouraging Singhania Education along the way and being a guiding light. I really love what you said, challenges present us with opportunities and that brings about growth and innovation. That's exactly what each one of you have done in your field and are constantly doing. So once again, congratulations, Mr. K.V. Vincent. We look forward to having more such, platforms and interactions with you very soon. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for Mr. K.V. Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, now we move ahead and present the next award to a personality with over 2.5 decades of principalship and multiple decades of being an English teacher as well as a history teacher. She is a woman with great enthusiasm and one who has been driven with the objective of providing quality education. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Dean of Cathedral and John Connon School, Mrs. Meera Isaac. Can we please welcome her with a round of applause?
Thank you so much. Sometimes when you people talk, I can't quite recognize myself, but thank you very much for all the lovely words you have said. And I really, first of all, let me just congratulate all my fellow principals who are going along on this journey along with us. And also Singhania Education. It's really very kind of you to have thought of having something of this nature. Yes, on Teachers' Day, all of us are celebrated and all of us are made to realize that we are doing something that is worthwhile. We're talking about the difficult times that we've gone through. But I think these difficult times has really taught us a great deal. And just as Mr. Vincent and as Kaiser said, we have learned to adapt. We have learned to learn and to relearn, to collaborate with one another. I don't think so many principals and schools have come together earlier as we have during this time. Because we've been, exchanging views, finding out what are you doing and are we doing this correct or can we learn something from someone else? So, it's really been a time of great learning as far as I'm concerned. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm as old as a hills. So, again, it is learning and relearning, stuff that you really wouldn't have bothered about earlier. Well, anyway, I really do want to thank our teachers because they are the ones who stood by us through thick and thin. And they were so quick in learning and so quick in changing and so quick in coming up with very innovative ideas. And that is why we've been able to have a great platform for our children, and of course, our children are our focal point. So while, yes, of course, there's no question about it, they have missed the fun and the give and take of school life. But I suppose our children in all our schools have been so much more fortunate than a number of children whom we know in our school, in our country. And I think we need to keep that as a focus all the time and try and help these children as well. We've also learned to get the ability to learn and innovate and to multitask. And I think more than anything else, it has been a question of resilience and mental strength that we have been able to go through this without too much trouble. And I think it's also made us fairly lazy because we don't have to go to school now. We've cut off this long journey that we've had to have in many cases. So we sit at home and we start. We have to keep looking at the positives. This is a small positive, but we need to start looking at these positives and see how we can help ourselves to smile through this period and ready to take on whatever challenges there are in the rest of the world. Yesterday, our board celebrated my 25 years as principal of the school. Yes, we tend to put everything into our profession. It's a tremendous calling, really. And I think we're very lucky, we're very fortunate to have young minds that we can mold, that we can learn from. You learn a tremendous amount from children, you really do. And they give you a good balance of life at the same time. So I just want to say that maybe in some way, when I finally hang up my boots, I can give back something to children who are less privileged, and especially the girl child. That is my main focus. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Meera ma'am, for sharing with us your valuable inputs and your views. I think everybody here will agree when I say this. We are all students of life. We are constantly learning, and these unprecedented times taught us to learn, relearn, adapt, and bring about changes. And that's exactly what all of us have done. So thank you so much, and congratulations to Meera ma'am once again. Well, moving further, ladies and gentlemen, the next award is presented to the principal of Singhania Vidyalaya. However, the principal, Mrs. Nishi Mishra, couldn't be here due to her personal commitments, but we would really like to congratulate her for her wonderful contribution to this field of education and bringing about a change. So let's hear it out for Mrs. Nishi Mishra. Thank you so much, everyone. Moving further, the next award is presented to a renowned educationist, relentlessly working towards education for over 5 decades to create equal learning opportunities for all. She is the principal of Activity High School, secretary cum treasurer of ICC Schools Maharashtra, and an enthusiastic proponent of sports who believes that sharing knowledge is the way to enlightenment. Can we please put our hands together and welcome Mrs. Perrine Bugley? Everybody, let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Perrine ma'am.
Thank you.
We're really delighted to have you here on board today.
Okay. Thank you, Singhania Education Quest, for inviting me. And also, I would like to say hello to all my fellow principals. It's nice to see their faces, as though physically we are unable to meet. Just to share my experience, I have already spent about 49 years of teaching, and it has been a real passion for me, because teaching has always been a passion for me. Most rewarding profession, although lots of changes have taken place from the past to the present. We can see actually whether teachers are concerned or students are concerned or even parents are concerned. But anyway, we are going on and we are able to handle these changes, of course, with our knowledge of the past and the present. Now, first of all, I would say teachers have to be very adaptive, all right? So that we adapt to the environment. Unless you do that, you will not be a good teacher. And today we are working under increased demands with limited resources. Especially during these trying times, teachers have undergone a lot of stress. Parents have gone, students have gone, but we are all able to manage it. Actually, if you see physically, emotionally, we are all exhausted. Communication barriers have been coming because of limited resources, limited access to technology, network, etc. And its importance of working together with parents, strengthening school-parent relationship. That is very, very important. This is what I feel always, that if you want to be a successful teacher, first you have to see that you have good relationship with parents and students. Social support also is very important between your colleagues, because you have to listen to them. You have to sometimes bow down to them also. Sometimes they are right. We cannot say that always we are right. People need to recognize teachers' contributions and support them. Because yesterday I was watching the serial Mr. Wagle, how they are respecting teacher. I was really touched. Even the student who was accusing the teacher eventually falls back and says, no, sorry, teacher, I'm very, very sorry for what I have done. I will not do it again. Literally, tears roll down my eyes that this is what a child should do if the child is in the wrong. Then students' cooperation today, unfortunately, has been limited because I see teachers struggling on the social network. They are trying to log in, they log out. Sometimes they just go on, on their own, whether they want to attend the class or not. And poor teachers shout, switch on the videos, unmute yourself, but some of them are just not listening. Then we have to, of course, write letters to parents and, complain, which we don't want. All right. And also today household has become classrooms because I see teachers working in the same house, doing their household chores also and attending to online classes. And one thing I must say, teachers have to be creative because today the challenges are such that you cannot say that what I was teaching in the past, it will continue in the present also. You have to move with the times. All right. And teachers' job, I say, is a very challenging job. You have to inspire students, motivate them, encourage them, and educate learners. So I say learning is from womb to the tomb. You can never say that I'm a perfect teacher, I've learned everything, now I can just sit back and relax. No, today also in the classroom, we are learning many things from students. So let the teachers have a very, very open mind and come forward and share their ideas. Thank you. And thank you very much for your initiative, calling us all together and recognizing our worth. I really touched us. Your Singhania people have really taken this initiative and we are really, really thankful. On behalf of everyone, I would really like to thank you.
Thank you so much, Perrine ma'am. I'd like to add one thing to that. We are who we are, and that is because of the teachers who've made a difference in our lives. And when I say teachers, it's all of you who have really been there for every child, every student. You've touched their lives. So thank you for that, I must say. And, keep doing what you do. Like you said, learning begins in the womb and ends in the tomb. May this always continue. Let's learn, let's bring in more innovation, more revolution, and keep moving forward. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for Mrs. Perrine. Thank you so much. Well, now we move ahead and present the next award to a dynamic personality with a zest for life who strives tirelessly to enhance the quality of education. He is the principal of Datta Mege World Academy. Please make some noise and welcome him with a round of applause, Mr. Rajiv Garg. Everybody, let's hear it up for Mr. Rajiv. Congratulations, Mr. Rajiv.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's really honor. Thank you, Singhania Education, for creating this platform. Thank you, Mr. Brajesh, for creating this opportunity. The role of teacher in student life is very, very important, that we all know. It is needless to say. And in today's scenario, when we are already in the midst of 21st century, students are engineering themselves to achieve excellence. So the role of teacher becomes very, very important to enlighten them and to empower them. So the role of the teacher becomes very, very important. And when we are celebrating this day, this Teachers' Day, the Teachers' Day definitely reminds us of the promises that we have made to ourselves, to the society. It reminds us of, transforming with inspiration. Right? We inspire the people. We remain self-motivated and we pass on that motivation to the students also. We inspire them to take challenges. It also reminds us of determination and devotion that, we are responsible for the future of India, of this entire world. We are creating the leaders or nurturing the leaders, the future leaders. So this particular thing gives itself. All the professions which anybody will choose is arising out of the nurturing made or done by teachers in the initial stages, in the school level, then thereafter the college level. So it is a perseverance, that persistent efforts the teachers are putting up. There are failures, there are successes, but without anything, the teachers keep on fulfilling their commitment to nurture those wonderful minds. They keep on enlightening the intellect in the child. And hence, this teacher, they become very, very important. The teachers, they keep their goals always high. They set the goals high for the students also, but at the same time, they keep their goals also very, very high, right? And they empower the students to reach to those goals. So when we are now celebrating this particular time, and as we are looking forward for, opening of the schools soon, there are planning going on, and we are eagerly waiting for welcoming the children in our school, those buzzing sounds in the school, those noises in the school that we are missing a lot. When we are preparing ourselves, we have to make promises to ourselves that yes, we have to set high goals. We have to bring the quality element in the education which is lost in the period of 1.5 years. So definitely, we all together will bring this in the forefront. Thank you very much. My humble pranams to all the people, to all the teachers, to all the educators who are contributing in this particular field. And thanks Singhania Education once again for having this opportunity. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Raji, for sharing your experience and your views and thoughts. Like he rightly said, teachers' job is creating transformation along with inspiration, enabling students to stay motivated, dedicated, and determined. And we hold the most important responsibility of creating future generations. So all of you are doing an exceptional job. Kudos to that, everyone. And congratulations to Mr. Rajiv once again. Well, so the next award is presented to a lady who leads the way by example, a renowned educationist and a wonderful human being. Can we please put our hands together for the principal of Udhyachar High School, Mrs. Rekha Pandey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her with a round of applause.
Thank you so much, Levina. वक्त जब करवटें बदलता है, इतना ये हश्र साथ चलता है, मौजे गम से भी दिल बहलता है, ये चराग आंधियों में जलता है, ये सबके लिए है. I express my salutation to the Almighty for keeping all of us motivated and positive in these difficult times. Helen Keller had once remarked that words are never warm and tender enough to express one's appreciation of a great kindness. And though I couldn't agree more with her, I would still in earnestness make a humble attempt at it. A very, very heartfelt namaste to one and all present here. It's a great honor to be amidst all the dignitaries. We owe our journey to the heart, soul, and guiding light of Udhyachar schools, our founders and trustees, our Godrej Parivar, whose lives, principles, and benevolence continues to bless, lead, and inspire us as we forge ahead in our internal quest of Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, leading from darkness to light. This is the Ghosh Vakya. This is the motto of Udhyachar School. And during these difficult times, this Vakya, this Ghosh Vakya, ये जो तमसो माँ ज्योतिर्गमय था, उसने हमको इस जर्नी पर प्रेरित रखा, हम आगे बढ़ते चले गए. A sound education system is the bedrock of an enlightened society. Our founder fathers were visionaries who emphasized on the importance to provide quality education to children so that they become ideal citizens and sound professionals, thereby contributing to the development of the nation. And we all are carrying forward that legacy. This 15th August, we celebrated the 66th Foundation Day of our Temple of Knowledge, Udhyachar. I'm grateful to what I have. My thanksgiving is perpetual to my soul, my Udhyachar. 1991, I joined Udhyachar, so from 30 years. And it has been a wonderful journey. I've grown with the institution. We had series of, orientations during these difficult times. So, friends, in the midst of the record-breaking crisis lies path-breaking opportunities. Our teachers, parents, our non-teaching staff, together we found innovative solutions to mind-boggling problems. And as this difficult time moved ahead and utterly disrupted the education system, I think all the school managements, trustees, everybody they came together in transitioning from physical learning to e-learning systems. Very honestly, we used teaching this technology as our teaching aids, but suddenly with this this kind of time, we all became techno savvy, and I must acknowledge my children. All the children, lots of love and blessings to all of them, because they just emerged as warriors during these times. The values and ethos they have imbibed from the school, that guided them to face the adversities with such a zeal and enthusiasm. Leadership, very simply, is about two things: trust and truth. Satya or Vishwas, ceaselessly seeking the former, relentlessly building the latter. It's a very beautiful quote by Jack Welch, and that's what our student leaders, all the student leaders across the school, they did. They translated our vision of virtual school into reality. So lots of love and blessings to all the children across the globe. On the occasion of Teachers' Day, remembering the great teacher, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, I wish all the educators who are present here and all the teachers of this country a very happy Teachers' Day. You all have risen to the occasion, gone above and beyond the call of duty, worked out of your comfort zones, juggled work and home obligations to teach and educate and empower the children. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Brijesh and the Singhania Education team. Natmastak hoon, बहुत खुश हूँ. And I end my address with a gift to bring you by Rumi. Just 4 lines. कभी हृदय है मानता नहीं है. You have no idea how much hard I have looked for a gift to bring you. Nothing seemed right. What's the point of bringing gold to the gold mine or water to the ocean? Everything I came up with was like taking spices to the Orient. It's no good giving my heart and my soul because you already have these. So I have brought you a mirror. Look at yourself and remember me. Thank you so much.
Wow. That was phenomenal, I must say. Thank you so much, Rekha ma'am, for sharing your experience with such creative anecdotes, I must say. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for Rekha ma'am. Thank you so much for making a difference in the lives of students and also in the lives of all the peers and colleagues that are there, and for sharing your knowledge with us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move ahead and present the award, the Excellence Awards, to a woman who dons many hats, a visionary who aims for excellence, not only in the field of education, but also focuses on the overall development and well-being of the students. She is the principal of Sulochana Devi Singhania High School. Can we please put our hands together for none other than Mrs. Revati Srinivasan?
Thank you.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Kinney. And thank you, Quest Plus and Singhania Education. So being part of the group, I think it's a privilege that I'm here. And thank you very much, Brijesh and team, for honoring me. But I wish to say that all of us who are here, I'm sure will be thinking about all our teachers back in their homes, who are in their homes, because all that we have done was perhaps possible only because we had this big team of teachers who stood by us like the Rock of Gibraltar. I would call them edu warriors because they were just there on the front. I often look at a leader, I'm sorry to use this analogy, but I look at a leader like a plumber. When everything is fine, no one even thinks about him or even wants to acknowledge him. But when one little thing goes wrong and one tap is leaking, it's all over. And that's what the principal is like for any school. Because I think when everything is moving smooth, and that's what all of us did in all our years now. We just ensured that the machinery is smooth and everything runs to perfection so that each of our people in our organizations are able to rise to their fullest potential. And I think the role of a leader is just that. Can we bring out the best in each one in our organization so that everyone feels this is what I was born for. I think that's what I would like in any organization. And for that, there is the culture, the school culture that we have to credit ourselves for. How do we build the school culture? And how do we help our teachers bloom into that culture? It requires a lot of reflection and for that you need a lot of courage. And that's what all our teachers and we ourselves need. We need the courage to dwell within ourselves so that we are able to spot our strengths and spot our not so great strengths. But we don't have to do away with a weakness. I don't believe that you have to do away with a weakness. You just have to work on it so that it's not overpowering your strengths. That's what I believe in. And I think our teachers are all working, and we as principals and school leaders are working towards bringing that element out. Each one of us carry a baggage with us. There's a baggage that we can choose to carry. The baggage of goodwill, the baggage of goodness, the baggage of sacrifices, the baggage of sharing, caring. We've all done it now. And the way all of us as school leaders connected with each other, more so in these last 2 years than ever before, I think proves to the point that schools cannot live in isolation. It is a social community and it has to remain a community. All of us together, no matter whether the child belongs to my school or someone else's school, they are children. And it is our responsibility, because I think all of us have surpassed, and the principals you have chosen to award are principals who have surpassed that realm of feeling me, my school, my territory. We've all surpassed that. We've all come to the space called education, which is so vast. And we are wanting to make a difference in that. We're wanting not just to make a difference for ourselves, but for our children, so that we have a better society in the future. And I think our role has only been how to lead a conversation that will be able to help people to distinguish between what is essential and what is not, what is relevant and what is not. And that is the reason why we need to highlight on this point that we don't learn from social media. We don't learn anything from Facebook or from Instagram, but we definitely learn from our educators, and therefore our educators play a very big role in our lives. And to all of them, all the teachers out in our country and abroad, to all of you, I'd like to say, you did it best, and you were the best, and you are the best, and you are in the best field, because it's the most dynamic field to be in, and especially now. So we are the ones who are making the change. We are the change makers. To all the co-principals who have been awarded today, and for all those who couldn't get recognized today, but will get recognized in the future, I'd like to say, great job, great work, and I think you make a solid difference. And that's what you are here. They say God can't make mothers. I mean, we can't have mothers. So he made mothers. He can't be everywhere, so he made mothers. So also God couldn't think of being around to bless every child. That's why he's got teachers. To all of us as teachers and gurus and mentors, a very happy Teachers' Day. Thank you very much.
Wow, very well said, Revati ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your insightful views and shedding light on building a school culture which grooms the teachers as well as students. And one very important thing that stayed with me is, we must always see the good in others and push them, encourage them to see the best, to bring out the best in them. So thank you so much once again, Revati ma'am. You have been a phenomenal leader and a mentor for all of us, for the students of Singhania as well, and you're doing an excellent job in this field. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please hear it up for Mrs. Revati Srinivasan. Well, now moving on and presenting the next award to a lady who has been an outstanding educationist. She is the President of Podar Education Network, Mrs. Swati Popat. Mrs. Swati couldn't join us due to unforeseen situations, but she has conveyed her best regards and congratulated all of you. So let's hear it up for Mrs. Swati Popat, everyone. Thank you so much for the cheer and enthusiasm. Well, now we move ahead and present the next award to the person who is committed to bring about change in conventional ways of teaching, and he works towards curating the curriculum towards holistic learning. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the principal of St. John the Baptist High School, Thane, Father Thompson, Kinney. Can we please hear it up for him? Congratulations, Father Thompson.
Thank you.
Welcome to Singhania Education Excellence Awards. We would like for you to share a few words with us.
I'm extremely honored to be receiving such an important award. Thank you to Singhania Education Excellence Award for this recognition of mine. While accepting the award, I would like to take a moment to thank all the educationists, teachers, professors, and everyone in this field doing the best and working tirelessly to ensure learning never stops. As we celebrate Teachers' Day today, day to celebrate every teacher's efforts to touch lives and encourage the children to soar in every aspect of life. We as teachers and principals definitely hold a lot of responsibilities. There are many challenges along the way. However, it is a joy of educating, and not only educating, but at the same time empowering the future generation that makes all the effort worthwhile. While we impart education and knowledge, it is also very important that we adapt along with changing times. It is necessary to equip the school, the teachers with the best of technology, which has been the backbone of every industry. And it is extremely helpful in connecting the teachers and students. Physical learning along with the help of virtual learning is a way forward. The future is definitely blended learning. And we as principal and teachers are striving to bring out the best of education to the students that are entrusted under our care. Once again, on behalf of the management of St. John the Baptist High School and Junior College, I wish each and every principal present here and all over the world happy Teachers' Day. And thank you, Singhania, for recognizing the talent and ability in me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father Kinney. That was really lovely of you to say those words and share your experience with all of us. Like you mentioned, blended learning is the future. And I think all the schools, all the institutions, every educationist is working towards creating the perfect balance between virtual learning as well as physical learning. With that being said, we now move ahead and present the award to the next awardee. Now, since we're all associated with school, the person whose name began with the letter Z was always placed last. But last is never anything to be sad about. They are the ones who are the torchbearers leading from behind. So ladies and gentlemen, the next award is presented to a woman of substance with decades of experience in teaching, and she is a mentor for millions. A leader who walks the talk. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mrs. Zeenat Bhojaboy, the principal of Jamnabai Nursery School.
Thank you, Lavina.
My pleasure, Zeenat ma'am. It's so lovely to have you here on board. Congratulations on winning this Excellence Awards. Jamnabai School is really well renowned, and the credit goes to all the wonderful leaders, the teachers who are doing an exceptional job, I must say.
Thank you. A big thank you to Singhania Educational Quest for recognizing us as change makers. What we need to think as principals is are we the true change makers? And if we consider ourselves to be change makers, we need to reflect upon what we have done in our lives. Most of us have already lived more than the destined lives, and whatever we have enjoyed, are we able to give back to society? We must be recognized as change makers. And when I say we, it's not only the principal, it is the entire teaching fraternity. When we are able to make a difference to a child in the remotest area in our country, to the child who's studying in one of the flagship schools in our country. People from my fraternity have spoken so much about teaching being a calling, teaching being selfless, teaching being another word for giving. But what is significant today is, as principals, have we been able to empower the younger lot to take up teaching as a profession in the true sense? What I believe is that teaching does not only happen in schools, it happens from the environment. Am I being able to make a difference to every child, not student, every child I come in contact with? Am I being able to inspire by being a good role model? Will I be able to influence the children who will finish schooling to take up teaching as a profession? Then I will consider myself to be a true change maker. Our success today is not only because of our education, but also because of the people who have allowed us to work freely. Our managements who have given us the platform and the freedom to adopt new strategies, to provide a good blend of conventional strategies and the latest trends. Yes, we are Indians. We are very good learners. We learn from the world around us. But let us not forget what we have given to the world. Yoga, Vedic math, and so much. Sanskrit, and so much. Let us all bring it back into our system of education, and we will be the best of the best. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing our endeavors. God bless every teacher in this world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zeenat ma'am, for that wonderful knowledge that you've shared, telling us that, teachers are the change makers. So it's a very important responsibility that all of us hold. So once again, thank you, everybody. I'm sure each one of us will lead by examples and be the change makers that the future generation needs. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, although I said the letter Z is the last in the alphabetical order, but we've saved the best for the last. And so now we shall present the final Excellence Award 2021. And that is to a gentleman who is a powerhouse of knowledge, who has a wealth of experience, and this wealth of experience has enriched the lives of many. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please put our hands together and welcome Mr. Japreet Singh.
Thank you, Glevina. Thank you very much. I must say you are a great host. The way you are inspiring us, I think you can inspire the world.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words.
A lot coming from my heart. I nearly need to salute you the way you have anchored this whole show today. All my happiness goes there, because such a cheer, such a smile you have. You are infectious in what you do. Thank you, Brijesh. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Singhania Education Quest. I think it's been an honor to be amidst great educationists who I would call edu heroes, because they are the ones who are actually. When I was listening to my colleague, and I said, we are not the change makers. We are the ones who are making the change in the young lives. I only have a difference because we don't always need a logical reasons for doing everything in our life. We do it because we want to do it, and it makes us happy, and we can spread happiness. And that is why we chose a profession which becomes a passion and which becomes a call. And this, what we took a responsibility. Any difficult times may come. It can never lower our morals. It can never lower our confidence. Today, when we are celebrating the great heroism of the leaders in education world, I ask a question. Today, from physical to the virtual world, how many have we inspired? How many have we prepared being a role model? We call ourselves great teachers, but how many of the young minds we have inspired to become the teachers? Because the students who are today in the classrooms are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones which are going to control the reins of the global affairs. They are ones who are going to prepare the society where we will live tomorrow, and our coming generation will be responsible. I think it's high time. We need to prepare the moral responsibility of being an educator. Meera said very right when she was addressing, and she said, what this difficult time has given us, learning and relearning. For me, what has been an impact of this difficult time? I've got a lot of time to unlearn. I unlearned so many things which actually made me complacent at a time that I have done a little, but then a lot of that little had to be unlearned to be relearning into the new innovations. Today, when we are in a transition, what is the future? Will it be a blend learning? Would it be whatever? That is not important. In Doon School, the campus is called the Chandbagh. And in Chandbagh, we have every boy and a girl passing out from the Doon School, passing from the portals of Chandbagh, aristocracy of service. That is, when they leave the Doon School prepares them to give a service to the community. Now they don't have to live a life for themselves. They have to learn and prepare to give a service to the humanity. This is education. As rightly said, education cannot be confined to four walls. It is confined to life. I love that statement when she said, from the womb to the tomb. How beautiful. It was inspiring. It was actually learning for me today from this platform. And it goes so right. Today with virtual, a lot of people come and tell me, Dr. Singh, the values are changing. And I say, why? Oh, the online is now creating academic dishonesty. I said, no, what is academic dishonesty? Do we have to tell our children how to be honest and not to be dishonest? Will virtual world tell us that this is we are now preparing apps and there's artificial intelligence which is working, which will tell with the retina of the eye whether the child is looking somewhere else. I said, no, I have to look within the soul of the child. I don't have to look at the retina of the eye. I said, I don't need artificial intelligence when there is a human intelligence. I may sound obsolete, I may sound conservative, but I say a human mind is more important than artificial intelligence. I know my boy is sitting miles away, maybe sitting in a different country, but he's soulfully connected to me. He will never do any dishonesty. We as teachers have taught our children one strong value: to be good listeners. Because we talk, and then we participate them in talking. Mahatma Gandhi once said, keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive as your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior becomes your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. So, Zinat, I honestly say that whatever you say, I echo, I concur to every word what you have said. And to that, I only want to say in the last, I'm just building what the time we are living in. Mask your face. Don't unmask your thoughts. Create physical distancing. Don't go away from social connect. Sanitize your hands, but keep your souls pure. With that, I leave you to thought to ponder. God bless. Congratulations to everyone. God bless you.
Wow, that was incredible, I must say, Mr. Jagpreet. Thank you so much for sharing all of those thoughts and inputs and words. The biggest thing for me that stands out with what you said is learn to give service to humanity. Teach our kids, teach the future generation that we all have a purpose in life, which is to give back to the humanity. Well, another thing that you said is about artificial intelligence. To that, I would just like to add, artificial intelligence itself is the product of human intelligence, which means our brains can be exposed to endless possibilities. So all of us associated in this field of education must work, must strive towards giving every child the belief that the world is huge, humongous, and there are endless possibilities. Well, with that being said, once again, let us all give a round of applause to each one of us present here in this session, as well as the ones out in the field who've had to learn overnight to adapt to different situations, technology, and make sure learning never stops. So on behalf of Singhania Education, we would like to congratulate everybody and wish all of you all happy Teachers' Day. Thank you for making a difference in the lives of millions of people and building a generation which will work towards giving service to humanity. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will now request my senior, Mr. Brijesh Karya, to join us forward for the vote of thanks. Let's hear it up for Mr. Brijesh, everybody.
Thank you so much, Gravina. Thank you to all the educators. They say speaking 5 minutes to a wise man is worth more than to reading 1,000 books. And believe me, I've spoken to 12 of them today. So it looks like I've read 1,000 books in last 1 hour. Absolutely immense insights. Wonderful. And as they say, education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare today. And that is the takeaway that I'm taking from all of you. One small thing that I would like to share with all of you. Governor of Maharashtra, His Excellency Mr. Bhagat Singh Koshyari, has sent his felicitations and greetings to all the awardees. Unfortunately, he could not join us. So the governor sends his regards to all of you. And I once again congratulate all of you for this honor. And I once again thank all of you for gracing this occasion, taking out time and sharing those wonderful pearls of wisdom with all of us. It couldn't have been a better Teachers' Day celebration for us here at Singhania Quest Plus. Our teams will physically reach out to your office with the trophy and the award, and otherwise we'll send it by courier, one of the two. Thank you so much once again. It was really, really wonderful meeting all of you, and wish you all a happy Teachers' Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, principals. Like I said in the beginning, I'm like a child in the candy shop. The only difference is it's instead of the candies, I had pearls of wisdom taking away from all of you. So thank you so much for enlightening our lives. Continue doing the great work that you do, and we shall meet soon with everything that's happening around. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.